Why are you so obsessed with Halloween?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Two-Spirit Apothecary. Today I just wanted to do sort of a get ready with me, which I never do. It's pretty out of the ordinary for me. But I wanted to show you guys how to do some like trans masculine makeup, which might sound ironic because a lot of trans guys feel a lot of dysphoria when wearing makeup. This is very true. I am definitely one of those, which is why I don't really ever wear makeup. But for cosplay or for, you know, just certain occasions, sometimes whenever I go to concerts, I will wear makeup that tries to make me look more masculine. I'm not a beauty guru. This is not my main thing on this channel. My main thing on this channel is talking about witchy stuff, Native American practices, things like that. But I did a poll on Instagram where I asked you guys to ask me any kind of questions. I figured instead of just sitting here awkwardly and answering the questions, I would try to do my makeup at the same time. Also teach you guys something valuable, something that trans masculine people might use, or that anybody might use if they want to make their face look more masculine. I'm also going to be answering some questions that maybe y'all didn't necessarily ask just because I don't have nice products, okay? I don't have clean brushes. I don't know what brushes are to be used for what, so I mean this is very accurate to probably a common trans masculine experience, right? I'm just gonna assume that if you are a trans guy wanting to do this type of makeup, you can go to Walmart or CVS and get a color that matches your shade, which is what I did. So I'm not gonna be talking about what the products are or anything because I don't even know. This is foundation. I know that. Foundation goes on the foundation of your face. So people use like, you know, beauty blenders or sometimes these like flat brushes, you know, to like do the foundation. Really what you should do is start off with a primer. I know this. My skin is terrible and I have really huge pores and stuff, so I really need to, you know, be hydrating, moisturizing, exfoliating, putting on primer and all that stuff, but I'm not going to because quite frankly I don't really care. I don't really care if my skin looks super good or if I look super pretty. I'm just putting on a base coat so that I can do some masculine contouring and stuff like that. I want to go ahead and say right off the bat though, while I'm doing this, doing makeup is not a gendered thing. It's not inherently masculine or feminine. Even if you are a trans guy and you want to do makeup, that's perfectly fine. That doesn't make you any less of a guy. It shouldn't make you question your trans identity. There are cis men that love doing makeup. There are really feminine cis men that like doing makeup, and there's even masculine men that like putting on makeup. It really doesn't have anything to do with gender, but it is a fairly common experience for trans men to be uncomfortable with doing makeup because we have been pushed into the feminine side of the gender binary our entire lives. A lot of that comes with having to wear makeup or having pressure put on us to wear makeup to look more girly, more pretty. And that's traumatizing for anybody, even cis females. But for trans men, you know, that's definitely obviously gonna make us feel like complete crap. A lot of times whenever we do our makeup, it reminds us of that time and it makes us feel like we look like a girl or we look feminine. Or not, that's actually a bad thing. But a lot of times that will make us feel uncomfortable. So if you haven't gathered from like the name of my channel, I'm actually Two-Spirit. So, you know, my gender is a little bit fluid, but I still, like on 99% of the days of my life, don't feel comfortable wearing makeup. I have a lot of gender dysphoria as an AFAB person. So this is not typical for me, but I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see what it looks like for a trans man to be doing his makeup and not really knowing what the hell he's doing. I want this experience to be normalized, okay? Like I want trans men to be able to do this and not be made fun of because either they're not doing their makeup good enough, or maybe we don't know how to do it. Maybe we refuse to learn. Maybe we refuse to learn from our moms or whatever, you know? And I want us to be able to do it without being made fun of because like, oh, you're not really a man. You're being feminine. You're being girly, whatever. This is what it looks like. nothing special, right? It's just a dude doing makeup. I do think that people, whether they are boy, girl, cis, trans, who do makeup and do it really well, are just really impressive and really talented, and I kind of wish I could be like that, but you know, it's not my art form of choice. Speaking of, get into kind of it's just other facts about me other than I suck at makeup. I am a writer. It's like actually my job, and it's actually what I went to school for. I have a bachelor's in writing and rhetoric. I know, I'm so fancy, right? I have like a whole college degree and everything, like what? Concentration in my undergrad was creative writing. So I do write fiction and poetry. I prefer to write short stories. I'm not really like a novel writer. I have written a novel, and then I've attempted to write several other novels. Never had any of them published. I haven't tried. I've published a couple of short stories in some journals, a couple of poems in some journals. I do want to publish a lot more, and I think that I will try to tackle some actual novels at some point in my life and try to get those published. I really want to write like a YA fiction series, a young adult fiction series at some point. You know, write a lot about I guess my culture, my Chickasaw culture, which is another question that I kept on getting, which is, what is your tribe? What tribe are you from? So I am Native American, and I have answered this in other videos, but it's okay. I'll go ahead and talk about it here. I am Chickasaw, so I'm a part of the Chickasaw tribe. I'm enrolled. I'm a Chickasaw citizen. I also am Choctaw and Cherokee by blood, but I mainly identify as Chickasaw culturally and in every way, because that's what I'm tied to. I work for my tribe. That was another question that I got, was what do you do for work? Well, I am a writer. I'm a reporter. I write stories for the Times paper, magazines, journals, just that type of general stuff, press releases, you get the picture. So, you know, I go and interview people and I write. Also, my hair is crazy today, so that's why I'm wearing this hat, kind of cover it up. I mean, I like having the messy hair look and everything, but it's gonna get crazier and crazier as I like start moving my hair around throughout this video. But so with the makeup, all I've done so far is I just put on a base layer of foundation, so it kind of covered up my pores and made my face look a little bit better. The next thing that I like to do, because my face gets like kind of oily and greasy in the middle in the T-zone. I'm so fancy, I know what the T-zone is, oh my god. After I put foundation, is I put on just some powder, and yeah, it just kind of like sets it or whatever. I know that there's just this thing called baking or whatever, but I don't know anything about that. Look at my pink sparkly brush. So yeah, I just kind of like cover it up loosely. I don't put on a lot, okay, it just okay, see, you're a dude and you can do that, okay? This is not gendered, okay? So yeah, writing has just kind of always been my passion. That was what I was good at in school, was English and stuff. I wasn't good at science or math or anything. It's just all I can do. So, types of short stories that I write are usually just horror stories. I like the horror I can't say that word. Horror genre. Okay, that's what I literally write, and I can't even say it, but you know what I'm trying to say, okay? Yeah, I do write scary stories. Yeah, the next thing that I do with the makeup is my eyebrows. So the eyebrows are key for making your makeup look more masculine. You want them to look big and blocky and dark, and I think I have pretty nice natural shaped eyebrows. They're a little crazy. I don't pluck them or anything. I literally just get a brush that looks like it would work for this, like this small little brush. Okay, I guess I used black on this before. Oh yeah, ooh, I don't think I have time to clean that. I'm just gonna use a different brush that's not as ideal, but typically you just want to use an angled, flat, thin brush. This is none of those really, but it's small, so I'm gonna use it. And I just pick out a brown eyeshadow, sometimes a black eyeshadow, depending on how emo or goth I want to go with this look. I recently went to a My Chemical Romance concert, by the way. If you haven't seen the shirt, here, let me show you the back. That's what I'm wearing right now, so that's probably why my eyeshadow brushes are all filled with black eyeshadow. So let's just pick a couple of different brown colors and combine them and go right in. So I've been using my phone camera as a mirror this whole time, but I'm gonna try to use a little tiny mirror for this. So the color doesn't match exactly probably to my real hair, but my real hair is weird. It's like brown and black, but like it's all mixed up, so I don't even know. Oh hey, this is actually a pretty good color that I have on this palette. Let's add some of this. Why not, huh? Oh yeah, actually I think that's a lot better. I also have some red in my hair. So that was another question, actually reminds me, was are you full-blood Native American? Now, I don't typically like this question. Because I think that blood quantum is a colonized idea. So even if somebody is like literally like 2% Native American, you know, if they are enrolled, and not even necessarily them, but if they are connected to their culture, you know, maybe they're living on the reservation, maybe they're just really involved with their family, maybe they, you know, they participate in like cultural practices, that means that they're Native. And you know, the blood quantum thing was something that the colonists actually imposed on us to try to like categorize us and make us the other. So I don't like talking about blood quantum, but you know, I'm not full-blood Native American. My mom's side is where I get the Chickasaw, and I think a bit of Choctaw, and my dad's side is where I get the Cherokee and a bit of Choctaw. But my mom is also mixed with Scottish, my cats, and my dad is mixed with Irish. My mom is, I think, much more Native than my dad. She's the one that really identifies as Native. My dad really doesn't, so he's not enrolled or anything. We're not getting into my family drama in this video though, it's just too much. But yeah, so I am Irish, and my mom's a redhead, and a lot of my sisters are redheads. Some of my siblings have like, you know, darker, more olive skin like me, with like black eyes and like dark hair. But some of my siblings, which by the way I have 6, I'm the oldest of 7. Some of my siblings have like red hair. One of my sisters has this just huge, big, curly red hair. And they have, you know, some have green eyes and freckles and really pale skin. And they're just as Native as I am. They are just as Chickasaw as I am. The way that you look, your blood quantum, in a lot of ways your citizenship status, or where you live, these are not what define you being Native. In fact, that reminds me of another question that I got, which was where are you from? I live in Oklahoma, so I do live on the Chickasaw reservation here, but I have not always. I was born here, raised here, and then I've moved all over the place. I moved to Texas, and then I lived in New Jersey for a long time. I've been in Canada for a little while, then I moved back to Texas, and then I moved here to Oklahoma to work for my tribe. Really loved my college experience. Like, I was so depressed and sad when I left. Oh man, I did not want school to end. And that was another question, is are you in school right now? I actually am. I am in school again. I'm getting my master's. I know, it's crazy, right? I'm only 24. I swear I'm not like 40 years old. But I'm getting my master's right now in Indigenous law, so I'm in law school. I know, like, I'm so ambitious. So the eyebrows are pretty much done. I feel like that one's bigger than that one, but you know what? They're supposed to be, what is it? Sisters, not twins. Okay, it's supposed to be cousins, not sisters, or whatever the hell James Charles says. But is he canceled right now, by the way? I don't even know. I don't keep up with this stuff. So anyway, that's kind of how the eyebrows look. I think that brings out a much more masculine feature in your face. So that is what I would highly recommend doing for the masculine look. Now, sometimes I put eyeshadow on. You know, like if I want to be Josh Dunn, I'll put like red. If I want to be GRWM, I'll put black. Sometimes I just do like brown with my skin tone. A lot of like browns and like neutral colors look really, really good. I'm not gonna do that today, but that's something that I sometimes do just for fun. So the other main thing that I do for a masculine makeup look is contouring. Contouring is key. I know that there's all kinds of fancy stuff for contouring. There's like the liquid, like little pop up, the fucking, what are they called? Push pop, little push pop contour bronzers, right? Okay, yeah, no, I just use eyeshadow. Okay, probably just, you know, a lighter eyeshadow than I do for my eyebrows, and I use that for contour. So don't come for me, beauty gurus. I'm just a little ooh trans boy. I killed myself. I think you're supposed to use a brush kind of like that for contouring, where it's like thick and straight and flat, and thick and straight and flat. I'm all of those things except for one of them, and you can guess which one. But it's like, yeah, so I just pick an appropriate eyeshadow color, which is gonna be kind of like a tannish brown type of thing. I would, if you don't know how to color match this and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, look into that. Look into what colors to use for your contour. Okay, just focus on where I put it, because I know what I'm talking about when it comes to where I put it. So let's see. I'm just gonna make up my own little color. I'm mixing up different browns. Okay. So you want to like suck in your cheeks like this. Okay, so basically my cheekbones are really high. I think a lot of people contour right here. That's kind of where my shadow is, but I kind of contour a little bit above right there. So you just start in the hair right there and you just bring it down. And then to get the masculine aspect, you want to kind of finish off this little square by going down right here. So it's kind of like a little blocked out square. Now this is really key for the masculine look. You're gonna love what this does. You're going to contour your jawline, especially if you have a double chin, which I'm kind of getting one recently. I've been putting on a little bit of weight because I've been getting over my eating disorder, and I've been working on that a lot. It kind of makes your face look more cinched. Oh, and then you just do the same thing to the other side. So there's a way to contour like your nose and stuff, and I'll do it a little bit, but if you want to like really figure out how to contour your nose, I'm not the best person to show you, because whenever people contour their noses, they try to make their noses look as small as possible, but I have a really ethnic nose. I have a very native nose, and I've had a lot of issues in my life with being really embarrassed by it, really ashamed of it, thinking that it's ugly because it's not like the standard pretty attractive European nose. It's big. It's a big nose. So I don't really contour it to make it sister snatched that much, because I'm trying to embrace it more, trying to become more comfortable with it. Okay, I sometimes put like a little bit of it in my little, I have a little bit of a dimple. You can't really see it, so I contour it to bring it out a bit more. It probably doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to, no, it looks like shit. Okay, so I put a little bit of darkness under the lips, on the upper lip. Now, I can do a pretty mean fake mustache. I really can. I know how to do this with eyeliner, mascara, eyeshadow, all different types, all different shapes. I've done a lot of research into that. I'm not gonna do that in this video, but if y'all are interested in seeing a like fake mustache and beard, like facial hair tutorial, please let me know in the comments below and I will definitely provide that. So just for my little bit of nose contour, I do a little bit underneath there, bring it up a little bit, go a little bit on the sides, but not very much. Hey, will you stop? Sometimes after I do that, I cover it up a little bit with more powder just so that it looks more natural and like blended in. But you know, obviously don't cover it up all the way because I just did all of that hard work and what's the point in doing it if you're just gonna cover it all up, right? Oh, I actually put way too much powder on my nose. Oh my god. Okay, so the other thing that I sometimes do with contour is my forehead. I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't really have much of a need for it because my hair really covers it, especially if I'm wearing a hat for the day. But you know, if you do it, just kind of go up in those like little spots right there, especially if you're balding. And a lot of trans men do start balding, and they start balding early if they're on T. I don't really have that issue quite yet, but you know, it could be coming. So I would just put some more of that contour up there and just kind of contour like along right here. So I've seen people do it right here. I think it makes the forehead look bigger and wider, but yeah, so I guess this is the finished look. It doesn't really look that much different, does it? I mean, it doesn't really look like I'm wearing makeup. I mean, maybe if you look closely and pay attention, but I think it really brings out a more masculine, like, facial structure for me. So, that's pretty much all I have for you today. I need to go wash my hands. Let me just go ahead and pull up my phone and ask these last couple of questions. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is indigo. I don't really know why. I'm kind of colorblind to blues and greens, but I like the concept of the color indigo, so that's kind of how I choose my favorite colors, is by the concept of them or what they remind me of. That's kind of sad now that I think about it, but I don't know. It looks pretty too to me. I don't know what I'm seeing is what you would see gray as or whatever, but I like indigo. That's my favorite. How many cats do you have? I have 4 cats. That's it for today, you guys. Please go check out the Hello YouTube video if you want to know about what I typically do on my channel here. It's really just a bunch of witchy stuff, teaching you guys about different native practices, animal medicine, and you know, I do pick a card tarot type videos. There's all kinds of stuff, so you know, just browse around, see if there's anything you like, and if there is, then go ahead and like this video and subscribe and click the bell notification, because I try to post every single weekend. Last weekend I did it, and I'm so sorry about that, but I really do try to post at least once or twice every weekend. But yeah, I do love you guys, and I really appreciate the little tiny bit of support and views I've been getting since I started this a few weeks ago, and I hope your week is alright, and I love you guys. So that being said, go for a walk, drink some tea, and keep your moccasins dry. Alright, bye guys.
Halloween is cool.